Hey guys, we're out here in Zuni, New Mexico, and we've gotten the opportunity to come up here to a sacred place with special permission and to view some of the petroglyphs in this area. And some of the first glyphs were down below, but the lighting was poor, so I came up here and we'll go take a look at some of the stuff that's up here. This first few glyphs here are just fascinating. Now the really bright white stuff here, those are the older glyphs. This is new. This is graffiti. So keep that in mind. Wait for it. Try not to fall off the cliff here. I want to get it all in. So this here is clearly one of the main panels, and we're going to go spend some time here. We have absolutely spectacular lighting. Perfect. And a very rare occasion where we're going to be able to show you some of these amazing Parat instabilities. Another version, another version, another version. The synchrotron Jacob's Ladder plasma discharge feature. An equinoctial or solstice marker. Cocopelli, and a cocopelli that is then connected to other anthropomorphs as we've seen before. These are some amazing, really well preserved petroglyphs. Now, what this means, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that the 7 chakras? Fantastic. Just the fact that someone would come up here and vandalize this is infuriating. But we're here to preserve it and share it. For the benefit of everyone. And the different angles tell different stories. This is just absolutely fantastic. So this is a significant alcove where we have two equinoctial markers, which are both in the shade because we're not near a solstice, or these are solstice markers. You can tell when there are 7 rings. 1, 2, 7. So yeah, we have two amazing ancient timepieces here, both pointing to the crack which someone shoved a cigarette in. Look at that. Absolutely disgusting. Hello. It's like some sort of electric elk. Absolutely awesome. Some other pecked creature here, like the snake or the Milky Way. This is just fantastic. There's something going on there in the heavens. And this is a pretty nicely done. I'm going to just shadow it out so we get some good, amazing work there. And then something else going on beneath this. Let me just bring that in for you. Wow. Okay, let me get down from here safely. And bring you the whole picture. And then we can move on to this next amazing panel. So remember the solstice or equinoctial. And up in this alcove here, we have a spaceship. Oh my gosh. Let's get up in there. Weird, hard place to get to. And there is more to come. Clearly I see a corn here. But first, we have more parrots, the duck-headed anthropomorph, and people touching hands with the anthropomorph there. Interesting. And then we have the North Star maybe, or the supernova. Parrot instability with an anthropomorph head. This is the most obvious humanoid figure I've ever seen as a petroglyph, ever in my life. Right there. Glad we could bring that to you. Oh man, wait till you see what happens when I turn around. So this hobgoblin is responsible for this whole thing, which goes up into the sun and the moon or the stars. That's pretty fascinating. And what type of corn is this? Is that a little ear growing in there? Maize? But here's the Kokopelli story. Oh my goodness. And this is some of the best lighting I could imagine here. And we've seen anthropomorphic Kokopelli change shape and form, and here we see the whole story of what they were seeing in the sky. This is just fascinating. It's maybe some of the best information on Kokopelli and what it means. And then way up high here, very bizarre anthropomorphic forms. A Mohawk guy and a long hair person maybe. deeply packed. Some of the most ancient petroglyphs here as old as these. As old as 1,000 years potentially here, but just absolutely amazing. Oh yeah. And almost no one can see these. So very blessed to be here. Amen. Little sneak peek of our petroglyph tour today. I'm just going to upload this now for you guys as we're getting back to show you some of the highlights and to get you guys ready for the actual video. Look at that. I know, it's mind-blowing. And we'll explain that in the full video, the whole transition of Kokopelli and much more. What we learned at the Zuni Nation. So, just an amazing 24 hours, I can't tell you. What I experienced just a few hours ago. But, stay tuned for the full video when we get back, and I can upload it, but let's just tantalize you here if you can stick with us. Rex is up here doing a podcast live, and it is fantastic.
And then you've got the plasma squigglies underneath it. What do you think of that time? And that guy right there with the 7 circles and the dots within the circles. Underneath it, you've got like the Jacob's ladder a little bit, and then another possible planetary body or object underneath it.
I think this is a treasure trove of very... Yeah, and then the fact that there are Pumapunku H blocks on the antlers.
Oh, that's what I'm going to title this. Pumapunku H blocks on an elk antler.
Yeah.
In Zuni land. Zuni means wise one or something along those lines. So yes, it does. Aren't these people amazing that we met today on this journey? These wonderful people.
Absolutely. Emotional. Look right now.
Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
And that
amazing.
Is the kind of...
Oh, look at the dudes above them.
Yeah, Beavis and Butthead.
You got Beavis and Butthead above the Kokopelli players.
But here it almost looks like the picture we see with the apes going into man to ape. But above you see the different anthropomorphs of Kokopelli, and we see them
playing a double cross.
Yeah, are they seeing that in the sky? I think so. That is the full form. That would be the Aurora across the sky that they were seeing. And some people in other areas were just seeing 1 or 2 or one angle of it. That's what I think's going on there. And then you have the plasma.
The plasma shooting out of the sun, right?
Yeah.
Is that what you're going to say? Sorry,
yeah.
I didn't mean to take that back.
The plasma sun is what's causing the Aurora.
What'd she say? What? Okay.
Yeah, so fascinating.
Whoa, the play is like... And then Beavis and Butthead are up there. Fire, fire, fire. Totally makes sense now. I get that. A sailboat.
There is a ship up here.
A sailboat. That's like the one in Fry Canyon. That's like the sailboat in Fry Canyon, dude.
That is a ship up there.
What?
With the big wide left side front. That is a ship.
That's almost identical to the ship in Fry Canyon.
This place is mind-blowing. And then you got the anthropomorph had a GG.
Yeah. Yep, instead of the bird coming out of the person, it's a lizard coming out of a lizard.
And one thing I noted earlier was this is the most humanoid petroglyph I have ever seen.
Me too.
That one.
Me too.
That's like Aunt Sally with the dress on.
Whoa. Aunt Sally and the lizard make this thing.
But that boat up there, dude,
The boat.
way up high.
Beavis and Butthead got off the boat.
Yeah. Well, let's go back here. Is there a boat over here above Beavis and Butthead?
What?
No.
And they've got something in their hands. Look.
Yeah, he's got 2 sticks.
And then he's got something in his hand.
Divining rods and 1 rod. 1 rod, 2 rods.
What?
Wow. Yes!
This is the starting point. Boom!
This is a sacred place. Oh my God. I made it. So these are estimated to be around 500 years old. And these are clearly some of the gods, the Kachinas, from these people. And some of them are, well, more damaged than others. And some are in just such an amazing state. I have never seen any cave art this good. And there's more missing to the story here. This used to be a huge fresco with animals, and it's all gone, but you can imagine, because the beauty of the Kachina heads is fantastic. Spellbinding. Now, a lot of these pigments didn't get here until the Spanish got here in the early 1400s. And that's the explanation we got from the Zuni people themselves, our Zuni elder. And I tend to believe him based on what I'm seeing here as well. Oh, just amazing. I'll give you the layout here. In the middle of nowhere. There's a little lake over here. I'm just still got to walk around the corner, but fantastic. And then you have this. Kachinas. Kachina. Oh, yeah. Whew. And so up here with the Kachina are also the matate, where the grinding was done. Here, over there. And we have found some of the most spectacular petroglyphs anywhere. But it's the pigmented paintings of the Kachina that are going to bring you back. So join us for a full review of one of the most sacred and unvisited places in North America.